Aloha, everyone. Welcome to Java. It's Sunday, and this is for the week of August 28th, 2023. Thanks so much for joining me. I've got a few things we want to go over with this weekly calendar. I'll breeze through this pretty quickly. Monday, we don't have much, so I expect the markets to kind of spend the day digesting what Powell said. Very hawkish, going to continue probably one more rate hike to the end of the year, which is what he was saying before. In my opinion, he's going to have to do it this next time because the data might start coming in and things might start rolling downhill to where he'll have to backtrack. And he is more interested in maintaining his reputation and maintaining these hikes as opposed to going soft and taking that pause, which will happen. So Tuesday, we've got the home price index job openings. We know they cook all these numbers, but they're going to be having them out, potential market movers. Wednesday, the ADP employment numbers, which they messed with last time. US trade balance, which would be interesting with what's going on in the world. Our retail inventories, wholesale, pending home sales. And on Thursday, we get core PCE and initial jobless claims. Friday will be the non-farm payrolls. Unemployment rate, we'll see what they come with that. I'm expecting things to be as expected because they're being very careful about shocking the market. They don't want to shock the market. And construction spending. Okay, quick note as far as China is that they have cut the tax amount, the stamp duty on stock trades in order to boost their market. So basically, they used to have charge for every stock trade, and now they've cut that in half. And that will, if nothing else, price-wise, it will at least boost the volume of their stocks to try to help their recovery that way. Another note is this is what I've got up here is I got this note. Thought it was interesting. They sent me this. So I will not be on the platform trading any longer. This is just through 1st to the 4th, but they are trading back to Morgan Stanley. So a little note is I've been with this company. I'm the highest level options trader there is and have been with them since 1999 when I left Morgan Stanley. Dean Witter is what it was at the time. So this is very interesting. Thankfully, I took my own advice, and while I do trade on this platform and still make money, it's not anything that is going to change my positioning. Now, I don't want to lose it. Don't get me wrong. However, I was very light on this and kind of spread out. If you have money in the bank, still encourage you get it out, or at least get yourself to a position that when you get a notice like this, and it's not just temporary to a date, could be permanent anytime, that you're prepared for it. Okay? Don't lose out, my friends. So on the oil and energy front, a couple of things with oils. We're expecting this to increase, of course, but we've got some supply as well as issues with this. This is Marathon that had a refinery fire. These are both the same story, but basically what's going on is that's going to cut into it for the US. And we've also got some supply issues we'll show through the Panama Canal. So on the BRICS, emerging market funding, they're getting creative as dollar bonds dry up. Basically, they're moving away from the dollar. So India just did major trade for oil in rupees. First time not in US dollars. So basically the petrodollar is pretty close to dead. So this will take some time. It's not going to be an overnight thing, but it's definitely happening. So I've got another note. I thought this was interesting. We've got the mystery company. They purchased multiple acres of land around Travis Air Force Base in Northern California. And so everybody was really concerned that it might have been a Chinese company trying to spy. Well, it comes out it's this group of folks, and their goal is to build a new city near San Francisco, but it's basically a smart city, one of the 15-minute cities, and maybe this will drag away businesses from San Francisco. We'll see, but definitely tech giants here. So we can keep an eye on that. As far as housing, so this is the break to the other side, which we knew would happen. Home buyers now are searching for closer commutes to the office now that the employers have another kind of an upper hand because employment is switching again. So less jobs, people can't be as particular about it, and they also they're at the mercy of their employers making them go back to the office for work. So we're going to watch this housing trend start again. For the retail market, we've got this surprise, which is not a surprise. Car market prices about to plummet because they're talking about excessive supply. So last summer, prices hit record highs, but this year, they're saying that global car production will exceed sales by 6%, meaning an excess of 5 million vehicles that will need to take price cuts. These are on the lots, 5 million excess vehicles. So expecting car prices to come down. We'll see how Carvana takes that. So back to our supply demand for the oil as well as other things, and also including inflation. My apologies, this story on Panama Canal, oh my goodness, Panama Canal is much more significant. And so the last time I dug into it, started seeing where the back end of it was. And this is a lead story since the 20th, 21st of August, over a week ago on the World Economic Forum page. Already a big deal to them, already published. So I thought that was interesting. But they're talking about the drought. Now it's taking 21 days to cross. They're only allowing 32 ships maximum through per day. So they've got a backlog of quite some time. They've got over 200 ships backed up, and they're saying 200 million off of profits, which will cause a spike in groceries and parcel prices. So no shock, really. We're going to see more inflation from that. Okay, this is an off story. It's Hamilton. Hamilton, I believe it's Alabama, facing a major water crisis, declaring a state of emergency. Now they're saying this is because a farmer upstream had he had a dam break that they were using for irrigating the farm. So had enough just from this minor dam break that it polluted the river and they can't treat the water. So they're saying they're going to be without water 3 or 4 days. So this is just a friendly reminder that I would like to tell you all to have backup supplies, water, filtration, and sources, because you never know what's going to happen. And I think that water will be largely controlled coming up here. They've used it for years for control. So now time for a couple of lava updates. We've got more war in Moscow with more drone attacks. They've got a column of black smoke coming up. And Putin's not very happy about this, but it is continuing. So we've still got this Ukrainian war on the forefront, so to speak. We do have good news from our bad weather and from our climate change. We've got these hurricanes coming through. The reason they're good news is because the United States is suffering from a severe heated temperatures through the center and a drought. And the hurricanes may bring some much needed water again to the area, and hopefully also to Panama Canal, because as of right now, this storm that they're looking at is centered over Cancun. It is looking to make its way up north through the United States, and there are several other fronts that will be coming through as well. So if you liked any of this content, please hit the thumbs up. I would appreciate that. I appreciate everybody coming here, and we'll be back early in the morning. So until I see you in the morning, wish you all a wonderful day and stay free, my friends.